question 6 says a program displays a progress bar to inform the user of the progress of tasks that take a significant time to complete, right, such as those involving file transfer operations. Task progress is divided into 11 steps. Each step represents the amount of progress as a percentage, and an image is associated with each step, and each image is stored in a different file. Different progress bar images may be selected for a given image. Files all have the same file name root with a different suffix, and the table illustrates the process for using the image with file name root, bar graph A. Okay, so I mean, obviously what that's saying then, well, the root is obviously this part, and then the suffix is going to be this one, and I guess they all have this hyphen as well. Right, so if the percentage is less than 10, right, then it's going to give us this step 1 image, right? If it's I guess so I think here we can say, well, if it starts, let's say 10 and 2, let's say 19.9999, because is it a real or is it a I'm not sure. I guess actually, so the next one says it's an integer. So effectively saying 10 to 19, right, that's going to be, this 2. Obviously 20 to 29 is therefore going to be 3. Right, a procedure progress will be called with 2 parameters, an integer representing the percentage progress, right, 0 to 100, inclusive. Right, then a string representing the file name root, and we want to generate the full image file name and call a procedure display using the full image file name as the parameter. Okay, so we want to write pseudocode for procedure progress. And in fact, hang on, let me just copy these instructions here. Alright, so again then, obviously if you go to the exam questions, well, here I've just provided this starter code. And actually, I think this display is actually not required. But I just did it just so we can actually test it to see if it's working. And what this display is going to do, it's going to take a file name, right, and then basically it's just going to display sort of a representation, basically just made up of either sort of green squares or black squares, just representing, let's say, the sort of percentage it's loaded. Right, so let's just paste those. Okay, and for some reason it's copied a load of other stuff. Right, okay, so we want to go procedure, and that's going to be progress. Right, then so it's going to be called with 2 parameters. Let's say, let's say progress amount. Right, that's going to be an integer. The next one, right, so I guess the root or the file name. Let's say, maybe like file name root. Right, that's going to be string, and obviously since it's a procedure, it's going to be no return type or no return value. Right, then we want to, then we just want to generate the full image file name. So what we have to think is, how do we convert, say, like 75, right, into, that's going to be 80 in this case. So I think, one way we can do it, one way we can do it is if we use div. So, for example, let's try, I'm just going to draw again. Let's think if we have, say, the value of 75. Now, what we can think is, here there's going to be a gap of 10. So if we go, 75 div 10, that's going to give us the value 7. But if we actually look, so I think let's try 95, since we can see this example. So if we do 95 div 10, of course that's going to equal 9, but we actually want the number 10. So what we can do is if we just go +1, this should work. And of course, we can also try this one, say 100, because this is kind of like an edge case. Now 100 div 10, that's going to be 10. Then if we just go 10 add 1, right, that's going to give us the 11. And of course you can try this for all the others, right, that should work. And then what we also, we want to call a procedure display. Right, so let's actually go declare. And I guess here we can declare the final file name. Right, that's going to be a string. And then, I don't know, is there really much we need to do? Because I think we can do most of this, all just in one line, to be honest. Maybe we can also declare, and this can be the sort of file number. Yeah, I mean, let's call it file number. So again, that would be sort of well, like 1 right up until 11. So let's try and calculate this file number. And right, that's going to be the, and so let's put this in brackets, right, that's going to be the progress amount, right, div 10. Then we just want to go add 1. Then in order to calculate the final file name, right, that's going to be what the file name root, then it's going to be and the, yeah, this hyphen. And then we just want to go and I think here actually, if we're concatenating, so if we're concatenating with an integer, then we should actually, well, num to string. Right, that's going to be the file number. And then what's going to be or so concatenate, and then what is a bitmap, right, BMP. Yeah, okay, BMP. Right, and I think, I mean, what then we just have to call, so let's go call display, and this is going to be, yeah, the, right, and the final file name. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, like to me, you know, when I have code that's this short, I always feel like, well, did I miss something? But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's all we need. Right then, if we just call this, so let's go progress. Let's say the amount is what, like 95? Or in fact, well, let's start 5, right, something small. And I suppose this one, it doesn't really matter. I mean, let's go bar graph. So let's just run this to test it. And yeah, okay, so 1 we get nothing, which I think is what they have here. Yeah, so if we have, so image 1 like this, right, that's just an empty, yeah, kind of empty image or empty bar. And then, I mean, well, we can just test this, so let's call it in a loop. Or, for example, we could try 100. So 100 should be, you know, 100% full. Yeah, so send bar graph 11, right, 100. And then if we just want to test it, well, let's just put it in a loop. So let's go 4. I guess we can call it n. Right, let's go 0, and that's going to go to 100. And let's just go right next n. And I think what I might do is, yeah, I might just also go output n, just so we can actually see, you know, what number this is for. Right, and then yeah, let's make that n, and maybe here let's just output some sort of spaces between them. Right, so yeah, 0 is like this, and then hopefully when we get to 10, yeah, okay, then 10 it goes like that. So we have 1, right, then 2. And then if we go to, yeah, 99 is like this, right, then 100, yeah. Alright, so this one seems to be working now.